Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Aria, 1987. This is going to be another British art house anthology flick. And the title says it all. It's just a bunch of, tend to be precise, short films by a bunch of different art house directors. The only one that I really loved was Ken Russell's spaced out altered states type surreal short film in this one. All the others range from really bad, terrible to just bad. Jean-Luc Godard's was one of the better ones, but that's not saying much. I'm not a Jean-Luc Godard fan at all. I think the highest rating I ever gave a Jean-Luc Godard movie was 3 out of 5 stars, and that was Alphaville, just because it was kind of weird and futuristic, dystopian kind of stuff. But I still didn't think it was a good movie. So there's that. There's a lot of nudity in this one, both male and female, full frontal nudity, and it almost got an X rating, but I guess they compromised with the censors, and they gave it an R rating with a strong warning attached to it. And of course they couldn't get any ticket sales from that, so they removed the strong warning. Now it's just an R movie. I don't even know why they considered it making it an X movie, because it has male genitals in it. And speaking of which, YouTube is probably going to censor my video for even talking about this stuff. But at least from advertisers. So it is what it is. I got to talk about it because it's part of the movie review, and I'm not going to dismiss it, because it is a huge part of the movie. Anyways, the reason why I like the Jean-Luc Godard short film a little bit, because there's a comely young Frenchy woman in there, and they speak French in this one. There's very little dialogue. It's basically just arias playing over a bunch of mimed scenes, I guess you'd call it. And anyways, in case you can't tell, I'm at my new weekday daytime employer's office. The other two Hispanic people who are normally here took off for a meeting in San Leandro. Not sure what that's about, but they're hardly ever here, so they just told me to lock myself up and listen to YouTube music, if you can call my type of YouTube videos music. And so yeah, I got a raise, 24% raise. I got some overtime last week, but they don't want to pay me overtime this week because Comcast isn't sending any jobs over here. They're waiting for us to clean up our act, get all the paperwork done. And they gave me title of assistant manager, which is pretty cool. So right now I have nothing to do. Just finished watching my DVD player and the disc. I'll show you the disc. It's got Bridget Fonda on there. Her first credited film appearance, and you can sort of get the idea of the movie based on the disc art. It's basically a skin flick set to opera. And I'm not a big opera fan. I hated the Magic Flute. Um, I think that's what it's called. It's a Werner Herzog um, kind of documentary type film of an opera. I didn't like that one. I think it's Werner Herzog. Yeah. Um, and I didn't like this one. I hated the Magic Flute more than this, though, because at least there's some kind of surreal images in this one, which makes it kind of a cult film, I guess. I don't know. But overall, I'm giving it 2 to 5 stars. The only film that I really love was Ken Russell. So I can go through these one by one if you want. Okay, the first one is Theresa Russell plays the King Zog of Albania. King Zog the First of Albania in 1931. It's an assassination attempt. She dresses up like a man, king, and which is not that all surprising. She had hairy armpits and bad timing, which is much better than this one. I didn't like this one. I hated it. It's directed by Nicolas Roeg, who was her husband at the time, before they got divorced. I think Nicolas Roeg has been married 3 times, which is not unusual for Hollywood. Weird. My record is 2 times, and I don't expect to get married again, but you never know. The sampler at Trader Joe's yesterday thought I was in my 30s, even though I got gray hair. She said people are dyeing their hair gray nowadays, and I don't know if she has an old man daddy cream pie fetish or what her deal is, but I was too chicken to ask her out on a date, especially in public, although there was nobody in Trader Joe's last night. Probably should have asked her, but I was too chicken. She's only like 20 or something. Anyways, the second one is a bunch of school-age kids. They steal a car, and then the last scene is the car's on fire. Sorry to spoil that one. Then the Jean-Luc Godard one is just 2 young women, the comely young French gal that I mentioned before with the black hair and the blue eyes. She was the reason to watch. They're trying to attract the attention of bodybuilders who are totally oblivious to them, and it was just weird. They do it by taking off their clothes and rubbing their hands on the guys' bodies while they're working out. And the bodybuilders take no never mind. The second one, so number 4? Yeah, number 4 was pretty funny. It was a bedroom kind of farce, I guess. So this movie producer has this wife who, pretending she's sick, she goes out to the kinky motel with her boyfriend while the movie producer is out cheating on her with some Russian gal, and they both couples go to the same hotel. The movie producer husband guy takes ecstasy. He gives it to the Russian gal, but apparently she's not affected by it, or maybe she doesn't swallow it. I don't know. But the movie producer dude is all spaced out. The 2 couples bump into each other throughout the entire thing, and they're totally oblivious, just like the bodybuilders and the two young women, the French gals. So it's kind of funny. There's a Elvis impersonator who starts singing the opera, and that was pretty funny. But I just like this one. Didn't particularly care for it. Same as a Jean-Luc Godard short film. Then there was just a couple of having off-screen or having off-screen sex at seemingly dead city in Belgium. Then there was recreation of opening night at Paris's Theatre Les Renaudot in 1734. The audience is filled with a bunch of inmates from the insane asylum. There's some nudity in that one, which I didn't particularly care for. And then the Bridget Fonda one, they arrived in Las Vegas, and they drive down Fremont Street. They check into a cheap motel. They consummate love off screen, and then they slit each other's wrists unsuccessfully. The wrist slitting kind of made me queasy, but the rest of the short film stank. Ken Russell. Okay, this is the one that I really loved. The only one out of 10 that I really enjoyed watching, and it reminded me of Altered States. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. Gal gets in a car crash. She dreams that she's being adorned by jewels on her body while she's undergoing surgery. Weird images in that one. A bunch of black people dressed up like Egyptians, decorating her body with jewels while she's in a coma. And then she goes to the operating room, and her heart stops beating, and they give her convulsive shock treatment to bring her heart back. And then she wakes up. Pretty cool. I wish Ken Russell would have done the entire movie. It would have been much better. I'm a big fan of Ken Russell now, and that's about all I have to say about that. The next one, the final one, is William Hurt does an opera for an audience of one in a clown suit. I hated this one, and it was kind of interspersed between the others. So, just got a message from a transsexual who says she's not a prostitute. Or is it he? Anyways. That's the reason for the beeping on my phone. She wants to meet and become friends, like platonic friends, I guess. She says she's not a prostitute, which I find hard to believe. I don't even know why she said that. Maybe because she's on Plenty of Fish, and kind of disappointed with Plenty of Fish because they only give me like older women, albeit whenever I get like a 20-something, it's always a prostitute, which might be the case for the Trader Joe's student who's handing out samples in Daly City, but I doubt it. I don't know. Just been weird trying to find a date. I'm starting to get desperate, man. But I don't think I could ever go as far as, risking STD with a transsexual. So there's that. Anyways, sorry to gross you out. My Australian friend, what's his name? Adrian. Anyways, so disappointing movie, and really can't recommend this. Can't say check it out. Other than the Ken Russell vignette, you want to fast forward to that one. That one's pretty cool. But the rest of the movie, skip. The Jean-Luc Godard one was kind of surprised me. I thought I would hate it, but I ended up disliking it, not as much as I thought I would. And I hate opera in general, so like I said, I disliked the magic flute, or I hated the magic flute. And this one was a little better, but that's not saying much. And likewise, a few of the short films were a little better than others, but again, that's not saying much. The only one really to pay attention is the Ken Russell one, and that's about all I have to say about this movie. I can't say highly recommended, check it out. I'm not going to post the trailer in the description box. It just kind of has an interesting history behind it. So that's about all I have to say. Laters.